Guys, the truth here is arousal doesn't start with physical contact. Before the first move, before the first kiss, before the first moment, she realizes that she wants more from you. So on today's video, I'm going to be telling you 7 places that if you touch it right, if you touch it the right way, she is not just going to feel it on her skin, but she's going to feel it all through her body. So if this sounds like what you're interested in, please stick around, please like, please subscribe, and then let's get right into the video. So the very first place here is the back of her neck. While pulling her in, place your hands right at the base of her neck, firm but not rough, not to yank her in, but to guide her in. Note that this isn't about force, but it's about power. And you need to understand that once your hands are at the back of her neck, it triggers something primal inside of her. So this is where dominance meets security, because at that point you are silently telling her that you've got her, you are there for her, you are there to protect her, you are going to guide her, and at that point she doesn't have any choice than to surrender. So that is what every woman wants to feel. That is what every woman wants to feel when you touch her, when you are around her, and once you make her feel that way. So the next one here is both hands around her waist. My goodness, this is one of the most underused points in a woman's body, the waist. Most men see this place as a point of transition, the touches on their way to something else, somewhere else. But when you touch her waist and hold her still, something feels in her brain. No talking, no rush, just your hands, you know, centered on her waist. At that time, you are just telling her you are going nowhere, not in a threatening way, but telling her that you are there and she is going nowhere. You are going to be there and you continue to be there. So that is also dominance. That is power. That is what every woman wants, and that alone can melt her right there. So the next one here is her hair. We all know, you guys, you know how women love their hair to be touched. But if you don't touch it the right way, she is not going to enjoy it. So here is how you do it. Make sure to grip her hair at the base and not the end. Make sure to put your fingers at the base. Start from the base, almost close to her scalp, almost touching her scalp. That is how it is done. Most guys just concentrate on this end, which is not giving her any pleasure. You're just touching her head. But once you take your hand close to her scalp at the base part, she is going to feel it the more. This is because the scalp has tons of nerve ending, So once you start, touching it, getting closer to the scalp, and getting closer to the base, she's going to feel you the more, and she's going to enjoy, what you are doing, right? So make sure to grip it at the base of her head and not, the end, right? So the next one here is her lips. Guys, we all know about the lips. It's sensitive. It's a place that, once, you know, you get it. But at this point, you're not going to rush, because most guys will rush to start kissing and, already. But at this point, you don't have to rush. Okay? What you're going to do here is make sure you are holding eye contact with her, right? And then brush your thumb on her lower lips and just keep staring and maintaining the eye contact. And then your fingers just rest it on her jaw, okay? And while just pause and keep staring in her eyes. At that point, you are building moment, you are building tension, you are putting her in the mood, you are making her to start thinking, is he going to kiss now or is he not going to kiss at that point? you are building anticipation. Yes. It's not the kissing that is going to turn her on, but the anticipation when she's anticipating of what next you are going to do, when you are going to kiss. That is what gets her right in the mood. And at that point, she becomes, so in the mood, so wild that she will just want the kiss immediately at that point, okay? So that's another place that you need to. So the next one here is the inner part. Believe me, guys, a lot of men mess up when it comes to this place because they either go straight to the inner, go straight to the center, or they just stay around and then they miss the point, they miss the mark. That is not how it is done. All you have to do is just slide through, up and in, keep calm, don't be too quick, don't be too fast, just maintain, right? So just be around there, don't rush to the center, just act like you don't even want to get to the center. At that point, her mind is racing, her body is beginning to want you more, and you're already creating anticipation. You're already putting her in the mood. That is what women want. Once you rush into the center, immediately you get to the, it's already my turn off. So that's why you have to build tension, build anticipation before you get to the center. Okay. So that is few places that if you touch it well, if you know how to do it, like I've just said, just me, you're gonna be a good night.